The Federal Reserve made a big rate cut 2 weeks ago, and it's already trickling down to lower borrowing costs for consumers. American Express and U.S. Bank already lowered the APRs on several credit cards on their website by 0.5 percentage points, according to LendingTree. And with holiday shopping season just around the corner, this could have an impact on spending. Joining me now is Nandan Sheth. He is the CEO of Split It, a platform that allows consumers to split up a purchase on a credit card onto monthly installment payments. Nandan, to start, what are your expectations for holiday spending, and how big of an impact could we see from these rate cuts, especially since monetary policy typically operates on a bit of a lagged effect on the economy?
Yeah, I think, firstly, thank you for having me. I think the impact for consumers is going to be hard to predict. As you know, the rate cuts will flow through the system, but it will take a little bit of time. So I think really the emotion around greater confidence with a rate cut and additional rate cuts in the future, complemented by a strong stock market, I think will drive additional sales during the holiday season. And I think the dark horse is going to be small businesses, which behave in many cases like consumers. Not only are they going to be more confident, but they can actually see the impact of a 0.5% cut. And I think will invest in their businesses more greatly starting off with the holiday season.
And we have been reporting on a more squeezed consumer, more Americans carrying more debt. Given that, how should people assess buy now, pay later options while also making sure that they're adequately managing that debt?
Yeah, that's a great point. As you know, credit card debt has hit $1.14 trillion, highest in history. And number two, 20% of the cards are maxed out. So my answer would be very, very carefully. So what I think will happen is with the lower rates in general, merchants will have more 0% offers. And especially merchants that support credit card installments, where you don't have to originate a new loan. So look for offers that are 0%. They're primarily going to come from high margin merchants, travel, luxury, home improvement, home goods. And then ensure that you don't get into the trap of fees if you're delayed in making those purchases. But I think there's a lot of opportunity out there if you look for those 0% offers.
Mm-hmm. And there has been more of a trend of paying off some of those buy now, pay later installments with credit cards. And that's the crux of Split It's business model. But what are the dangers of that, since you're essentially paying off debt with more debt, correct?
Yeah, so our model is not paying credit with credit, which is a big no-no. Our model is you already have credit from your banks. We unlock that for 0% installments. So we're actually not credit on credit, like some of the other BNPLs operate a different model where they originate a brand new loan and then consumers try to pay that with their credit card, which I think is super bad. And I think you'll see many more banks, including Chase, that have announced that they're going to stop that practice.
So how do you expect retailers to really respond to this shift, or really how should they respond given that we've seen debt levels increase?
Yeah, that's a great question. So if you look at some of the studies that are out there, including Bain has a consumer shopping study for the holidays, the predictions are that online commerce during the holiday season is going to increase year over year by between 8 and 10%. Which is a fairly decent increase. Now, if you're a retailer, also know that 50% of the purchases for that online or e-commerce channel are made using a mobile phone. So target your offers and ensure that your e-commerce channel has those offers that are very easy to consume. And the less friction that you have for those consumers to benefit from the 0% financing offers, the better. So I think retailers that focus on e-commerce, that have offers that are well organized and available for the mobile phone form factor, I think will do very well.
All things to keep in mind as we quickly, I should say, enter the holiday shopping season. Nandan Sheth, CEO of Split It, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you for having me.